What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. As y'all can see by the title, I'm gonna be telling y'all how I went from making $500 a month to making over 6 figures and playing professional basketball overseas. I got my laptop and my phone with me just to show y'all like some stats and some screenshots of some things that I want to share with y'all that might be beneficial for y'all. Also, I'm gonna show my first contract where I was making $500 a month. Like I'm not lying about that part. I'll show y'all the screenshot of that. But other than that, let's get right into it. If y'all don't know, my name is Austin Tillman. I'm a professional athlete, basketball player overseas. This is my, I want to say 5th season, but this is really like my 2nd full season playing. So I'm gonna get into that later in the video. But before overseas basketball was even a thought, I started in college at Monmouth University, where I played 4 years there. And for all the guys that are wondering like, what type of stats you need, or do I need to be a dog, do I need to be a killer to get overseas? Yes, you do. But I was none of that. As y'all can see by my stats, let me pull the stats up. For my 4 years at Monmouth University, I averaged 6.4 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. And as y'all can see right here, my first year as a freshman, I played 15 minutes a game. I averaged 2.8 points a game. My sophomore year, I played 17 minutes a game and I averaged 5 points per game. Shot 20% from 3. My first year, I shot 37% from 3, but I was only taking like 1 or 2 threes a game. My junior year, I averaged 7 points a game. Shot 45% from 3, 74% from 2. But again, I was only taking like 2 threes a game. And then my senior year is when I had, the most opportunity. I averaged 11 points per game and I shot 21% from 3. So I was a point guard. I went from 2 points a game, 5 points a game, 7 points a game, 11 points a game. My senior year, I shot 21% from 3. Overall, 6.4 points per game. So I played D1. Those were my college stats. Now, if you're a scout or you're a coach in Europe and they can't see guys play, so they're only going off of film and they're going off of stats and they're going off of like the schools they know, like the high majors, like obviously like the Dukes, the UCLAs, the powerhouse schools. They know those schools. Anything other than that, they don't really know those schools. They're kind of just going off highlights and statistics. So off the jump, my highlight tape or my highlights are terrible as far as like me trying to get a job overseas because 1, I'm not scoring a lot. 2, I'm a bigger guard. At that point, I was big. I was slow. The only thing I was really doing was getting layups. You know what I'm saying? So like, nothing jumped out to where an overseas coach would be like, oh yeah, he would be helpful for our team. Like, we need him. We could pay this guy. You know what I'm saying? So like, I already knew like I was kind of being at a disadvantage trying to get a job overseas. And then, so out of college, after doing my 4 years at Monmouth University, I already knew like the NBA wasn't an option just because of, my performance and how I played and things like that. So I wanted to continue playing basketball. So I wanted to continue playing basketball. So I wanted to see if I could do the overseas thing. And man, trying to play overseas out of college is one of the hardest things that I've ever tried to do in my life, been a part of. I know plenty of guys that are having the same trouble trying to get overseas or trying to stay overseas or coming out of college, they're confused, they don't know what to do. Man, that process was so crazy, right? So once you're finished, college basketball, your senior year, or your 5th or 6th year, guys these days play so many. It's time to find an agent, and at that point, my team was connected with about 2 or 3 agents because other guys in the past had the same agent. So I talked to like 2 or 3 guys, consistently going back and forth of what type of agent I want to choose or which agency I want to go with. And I came down to 2 agents. One agent was an agent of a previous player at my university, Chris Brady at the time. And then there was like a new agent, like a fresh new agent. He was young. I don't know at the time if he had any clients. Maybe he had 1 or 2. I don't remember if he had any clients at the time, but he was young. But I could see like the hunger in him. Like he really wanted this. Like this is something that he loved, something that he was committed to, something that I seen a future in doing like good business with him. Kevin Tucker, shout out to Kevin Tucker, still a good dude, still my guy. So I decided to go with him, right? And after college, I ended up signing with him. And so then at this point, like your life is basically in the hands of your agent. You basically have no control over nothing. Your life is simply working out and just staying ready for an opportunity that your agent has for you or that he's able to present for you. So at this point, I basically had nothing. So after college, I was just home, working out, just waiting for opportunities. So time goes by, I'm not hearing nothing. And one thing I did like about Kevin Tucker, my agent at the time, is he was consistently reaching out to me. Hey, I'm reaching out to teams here, I'm reaching out to teams here. Nothing has hit yet, but when something does, I'll let you know. And basically he would be in touch with me 2-3 times a week, and that was something I really liked because I've heard stories of agents basically being non-existent for their players. So that was really good for me, you know what I'm saying? So, boom. And now it's the summertime. Like, the summertime, this is the time where a lot of guys are getting opportunities, getting jobs, getting interest from teams. And basically, I was getting nothing, right? So, what we decided to do was, let's go to camps. You know what I'm saying? The summer camps out in Vegas, where they have the NBA Summer League. They also have like European camps. I don't remember the name of them honestly, but it's camps where a lot of guys from college go. There's it's like Friday to Sunday or something. It's like 3 or 4 days where it's just a bunch of games. You're just playing. And it's filmed, and it's it's filmed, and there's a bunch of scouts there. There's NBA scouts sometimes, there's overseas scouts, there's G League scouts. But the most important thing is that you get the film from that, and then when you get the film, you can send it out. So I went to a Vegas camp. My first time I went to a Vegas camp, out there 3 or 4 days. It went pretty well or whatever, nothing too crazy. I got the film from that, and then after that it was just like I said, it's all in your agent's hands to do the work for you. Like there's nothing you can really do at that time because I was so new, I didn't know what to do instead of just wait and just have it in my agent's hands, like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And like at this point, it's like July, August, September, October. It's getting to like October when guys are going off to preseason. Guys are signing contracts, guys are going over to their teams, and I had nothing. And I had nothing. It was months. I had nothing. The season is starting in Europe. I had nothing. Preseason starting. I had nothing. I had no interest basically from no teams, just because like I basically wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Or my agent just didn't have the connects at the time because he was so new. Like, and he was an American. I'm gonna get to this later. He's also an American agent, and when you're trying to play in Europe and you're not like so big time, you kind of want to have a European agent. I'm gonna get into that into another video, but yeah. So they're like, I had nothing going on, literally nothing. So at this point, like I'm fresh out of college, like I have no job, I really have no money, nothing, and I'm just getting like these little, you know, these little hints like, yo, it's maybe time to get a job, like you come work here. My dad like come work here. You know, my mom kind of hitting, but my mom really still want me to play, but it's like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta do something. And I'm like, all right, well, at this point I'm like, well, I need some money. I'm gonna get a job. So this is when I started working at Amazon. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, the money was good, but it was just like I was working 4 out of the 3 days, but I was working 10 plus hours, yo. When I mean 10 plus, like it was normally like 11 to 12. And that was just like, that was my first job. Amazon was my first job, and it was just like, yo, it was crazy. I hated it at the time, but like the money was pretty good, and I needed some money. So this is what I was doing the whole time I was supposed to be in Europe playing. I had a job. So I missed my whole first year of being a professional athlete. I was working because I didn't have a job. So imagine, like, you thinking you're gonna be in Europe, you thinking you're gonna be a professional, and nobody wants you. And you go through that whole year not playing. You didn't play not one game, you didn't get no interest, nothing. That was me. And I had a talk with my mom, and I was just like, yo, like I'm done. Like this is not what I want to do. Like I'm not just gonna wait around for something that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. You know? So she was like, she agreed with me. She felt me, but deep down inside, she still wanted me to play, and I felt that. So I still was working out this whole time that I was working at Amazon. On my days off, I was still working out. When I had my free time, I was still working out. You know what I'm saying? So just in case I was staying ready, right? So that whole year goes by and nothing. So then the following summer, I do everything all again. We go to the camps out in Vegas. We go to the camps, and then if you guys know, there's G League tryouts where you could go to like the affiliate of the NBA teams, and you could do tryouts. You could try to get on from there. I think I did the Philadelphia Sixers one. I did the Washington DC one. I did one up in New York. I want to say whatever the affiliate for the New York Knicks team is. I can't remember the name, but I went to New York. I did that one. I went to where did I go to? I went to one more. I said the Washington DC Go-Go, and then I was in Detroit. Was I in Detroit? No, I was in Chicago. I was in Chicago for another G League. So I did all those NBA G League tryouts, and then I went somewhere else for another European camp, and I was just trying to get on, getting film, trying to get in front of coaches and scouts. Like I was doing everything. I was spending so much money, just flying here, taking trains there, traveling there, paying for the camps. You know what I'm saying? I was doing everything. I was going to all the G League tryouts, all these overseas camps, trying to get exposed, trying to get highlights. all type of stuff, man. I was doing everything in my power to get overseas, right? So now this is after the first summer. This is now the second summer of me trying to get a job overseas, right? So I go to, this is my second time going to the Vegas camp. I went to the Vegas camp, and this time, the same thing that happened. I played well. We got highlights. I went to the championship game. We lost. Put the highlight tape together. Boom, boom, boom. Gave it to my agent. My agent reaching out. He doing what I'm doing. I'm going back home. I'm working. I'm still working out. Nothing. I'm hearing nothing, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm still going to work. I'm still going to work out. One night, I'm in my room. It's probably like midnight. Me and my brother playing Fortnite. Because at the time, it's probably like 2019, Fortnite was big. Me and my brother was on the Fortnite crazy. We on the Fortnite, 12 o'clock at night, midnight. My agent called me. Yo, I got a team in Portugal that wants to sign you right now for 500 euros a month. If you want this contract, you have to leave tomorrow. Just call me back and let me know what you want to do. In my head, I'm excited, and I'm also like, $500 a month, like, huh? I had my brother sitting next to him, like, yo, like a team want me to out in Portugal, but it's $500 a month. He like, shoot, might as well go ahead. I'm like, I can just give it a shot. Like, it won't hurt. Like, I still be able to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? So I go run upstairs. Like it's midnight. My folks is asleep. I'm like, yo, it's a team in Portugal that want me to come play. They talking about a flight tomorrow. Like, I gotta be out there tomorrow because they got a game the next day. And I'm like, it's $500 a month. You know, I'm like, what's the opportunity? You could go kill, show them like who you are, what you could do, and you know, from there, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, you right. Like, all right, boom. So I'm gonna take it. I call my agent back, like, yeah, let's set it up. Da 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 da. Literally hours later, right after I do that, I go upstairs, pack my bags, boom. Next day we fly out, like just like that, yo. Like literally, I waited. And those people, like literally, on a game playing. I'm waiting. It's summertime. I'm waiting. Literally, get a call. Oh, let me tell y'all, this is like, I missed all of preseason. So I'm thinking, yo, I'm not finna get a job again. Like, I think it's over with. Like, it's either I'm about to just be over with or I'm gonna fire my agent. I'm like, yo, I'm really gonna be done with basketball. Just like that, I get a phone call. Boom, you going to Portugal? I'm like, all right, bet, let's get it. Mind you, I fly out there. The next day is the first game of the season. So I don't know the plays, I don't know the players, I don't know nothing. And of course we play the best team, the top 2 team in the league, Porto, if y'all know, right? So boom, this is my first year. This is the contract. I'm showing y'all the contract right here. My first check is $450 a month. And then every month is 500 euros, right? And as you can see right here, it says cash. Cash. I was getting 500 euros in cash every single month, y'all. Now, this is where I get into how I went from 500 euros a month to over 100,000. So the team I played for, Galacticos, was like one of the bottom teams in the league. Low money, obviously. It was like 5 of us, 5 Americans. So like a lot of us, we wasn't getting paid a lot, right? But one thing I had to do is I had to go out there and kill. Like, it wasn't no playtime, it wasn't no BS time. It was all you gotta show these folks who you are, what you can do, and you gotta kill everything, every game. So that was my mindset. My mindset was to kill everything. Go on proballers.com and look up my name. You can see what I was doing in Portugal. Like, I wasn't playing. I was scoring, I was rebounding, I was assisting, and I was winning. So that's how you move up. Most importantly, you gotta win. But when you at these low levels, you gotta produce. Like, your numbers have to be crazy. Especially if you're like playing in Portugal where I was. It's like, it's a respected league, but it's still like a really low level league. So you gotta go crazy. And I went crazy. And unfortunately, the season was cut short because this was the year of COVID. So there was like, I think 3 games left in the season and playoffs that we didn't even get to do because of COVID. So it was shut down, right? So let me move on to what I did next. So after that season in Portugal, as you see the numbers, I averaged 17, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 49% from the field goal, 36 from 3. I was going crazy, right? Going crazy. So it's the summertime, it's COVID, but like people are still getting jobs overseas. Like overseas basketball wasn't stopping because of COVID. Like things were happening. And my agent was just like, yeah, I got nothing. Like there's nothing right now. There's no interest. There's nothing. And I'm like, how is there nothing? I literally just killed this whole league. Like, you mean to tell me not one team even in Portugal? Like, I wouldn't mind going back to Portugal with another team and playing again, because I know things are kind of messed up with COVID. You know, the Portuguese league is familiar with me now because I just killed, like, you know, and it was just like, and then he was like, no, and he was like, he didn't want to go back to Portugal because he thought I was too good, which I was like, okay, I understand that, but there's nothing else on the table. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and at this point, I'm like, yo, like I'm not about to play again because it's months and months and months of me just waiting for another opportunity. And I'm like, let me pull up the stats of where I went next. So I'm like, okay, I got it, boom. So I'm like, dang, like, and this was like one of the hardest things I ever had to do, because like this is not something like I ever want to do. I don't want to be this person or be in this position, but I had to fire my agent. Yeah, so my second contract was $850. Boom. So I signed it, but it's still late. I get there like the second week of December 10th. Yep. So I missed preseason. I missed like the first 2 months of of games, you know. So I was without a check for a while, you know what I'm saying? So boom, I get there. I go through a whole week of practice, right? Whole week of practice. And I played my first game December 19th against Sporting. Again, my first game against the best team. Like, I'm still, not gonna lie, out of shape. I wasn't 100% ready. And that was on me. 0 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 11 minutes. I didn't play much, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm in Portugal. I got a job. It's not a lot of money, but I got another job. I got another opportunity. The 7th day, yes, the 7th day. The 7th day I was in Portugal, I get a phone call from my agent. He's like, yo, there's a team in France. Their point guard just got hurt. He's going to be out for 4 months. They want to bring you in, and basically they just want to bring you in for They basically want to bring me in for 4 weeks because he'll be out 4 weeks and then he'll come back, and then, you know, I'll be gone. So he set the contract up to where I will be going to France for injury replacement. And that happens a lot in Europe. A lot of guys get injured, guys come in, and just like that, things happen. Second league, and I'm like, oh, this is a great opportunity, right? And it was only for a month, but it was $7K. I was like, this is where my mind got thinking, like, there's some real, like, money in this basketball stuff. Like, a team is willing to give me $7,000 for 4 games for a month. I'm like, all right, bet. I won 3 out of the 4 games. Before, they were 0-7 before I got there. Won 3. After the 4th game, it was like, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know if I was going to get cut. I didn't know they was going to keep me. Like, I was going to have to find a new team. I had no clue what was happening. So coach called me to the office. He like, yeah, so after these 4 weeks, we were really impressed with you. We're going to cut the other guy, and we're going to keep you for the rest of the season. Oh, my God. Y'all don't know how happy I was, man. I went crazy again. First year in Portugal, I had 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Second year, France, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Boom. So I signed in Italy. And if you don't know, Italy is like I signed second division Italy. It's like one of the best second leagues there is. So I get to Italy, the most money I've seen overseas so far. And again, we're gonna go with the numbers. 16.3 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. 26 games. My stock just rose something crazy. If you go win, get your team to the playoffs, which I did, got my team to the semifinals, my stock rose. Like, so then after Italy, it's money time, bro. You have to kill, go crazy with the stats, and you have to win. This is how I was able to basically get my jump from second division, first division, $500 to over 6 figures. You kill everywhere you go, you win, and you be a nice person. No problems on the court, no problems off the court. Your name is everything. People talk. I'm probably the worst shooting point guard, but I've been able to get good jobs because my name has far exceeded my gameplay. I was in the France league at the same time as Victor Wembanyama was playing in France. We was in the same league, however, I didn't get to play against him because I wasn't there for long. But boom, I got my shot to play in France. It's my first time playing in first division, first time playing in France. My second time playing in France. I played in France before, but it was the second division. And I played for a team called Le Portel. I get to Le Portel, and how I got to Le Portel was the same way I got to France. There was an injury, their point guard was injured, and they needed a guard to come in and basically, run the team and things like that. But instead of it being 1 month, it was for 3 months. So the first time I was in France, the guy was going to be out for 1 month. But this time, their guard was going to be out for 3 months. So I ended up signing a 3-month contract in France. And I was happy. I was being in France for 3 months. I had a clause to push it to the full season or just 3 months, but I didn't know what was going to happen because later I found out that the point guard was like the man. He's been there for so long. They loved him. This, that, and the third. Dude averages like 5 points, whatever. We're not going to get into that. But yeah, again, the team is like, I don't know. My first game was October 29th. The team they were the bottom of the league. There was 2 teams. It was us and another team, and Le Portel was the worst team in the league. They hadn't won a game, and they needed me to come in and help them win. So what I do? First game, 16-4-2. First win of the season. First win of the season when I got there. Second game, 8-6-4. Second win of the season. So I got there 2 wins in a row. So what you think? Like, okay, Austin's supposed to be here. Like, Austin can play at this level. Austin's ready. Austin can be a point guard at the first league team. Teams want you, like, that's what it is. Like, you win, you help these teams win, you do decent numbers, and teams start to recognize that, and that's how your money go up. And then I end up getting a call from a team in Serbia. Played with the ABA League, the ABA League was one of the best leagues in Europe again, so I got another chance at a first division team. Signed that contract. I think my contract was, they cut another guy and they signed me. My contract was for, I don't remember what my contract, I don't remember if my contract was for a month or it was for like the whole season, but it was like, it wasn't like nothing guaranteed, like I could leave, they could cut me, this, that, or third. I ended up playing 2 games. I ended up playing 2 games in Serbia. February 4th and February 11th. My first game, 13-5-3. And then my second game, he only played me 7 minutes and I didn't play. And my agent called me and told me there was a team in Israel that wanted me to come. So I ended up leaving Serbia and then signing with a team in Israel, which is Israel, if y'all know, it's like one of the best leagues for Americans, man. The life is great, the lifestyle is amazing, the weather is awesome, and the league is great, they're paying good. So went to Israel in March, so there was like 3 weeks of me not having a job. Signed to Israel. Same thing again, bro. Elot was at the bottom of the league. And what I do? Before I got there, they hadn't won a game in 3 months. I get there, we win 4 games in a row. First game, 10-5-5. Second game, 6-4-4. Third game, 25-4-6. Fourth game, 14-6-2. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I helped a team in the first division of Israel win 4 games in a row. They hadn't won a game in 3 months. I come in there, we win. It's like the same pattern is happening. I go to France, the team lost 7 games in a row. I come in there, we start winning immediately. I go to Libreville in France, before they're at the bottom of the league. I come in there, we start winning. They saved the league. You know what I'm saying? I go to Israel, they're at the bottom of the league. I helped them win. I saved them from getting relegated to second division. So basically, my whole thing of how I went from $500 a month to over 6 figures is 1, I helped teams win. Everywhere I went, teams won. 2, my numbers were good. I played well. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see the stats, you go look at the stats, I played well. Where I was supposed to kill, I killed. When I was supposed to win, I won. 3rd, I was a good character, a good guy on and off the court. Like, my name is well respected. There's nothing bad on my name outside of basketball. Okay, he can't really shoot threes, you know what I'm saying? He might be big, overweight for a point guard, whatever. But off the court, locker room guy, my name is squeaky clean, good guy. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me get jobs. So yeah, those are the key things how you can go from being lower level Europe to high level Europe, top leagues, to where I went from Portugal to Israel, Portugal to First League France, Portugal to ABA League, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm signing 6-figure checks. And it's been a long process. I mean, it's really only been 4 years, but I've been to a lot of teams, a lot of different countries, and this is my experience. So if you want to be able to, and don't be afraid to, like, this might sound bad, but you can change agents, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be stuck with one agent. If you think there's a better agent out there, or you're trying to get to a certain market, you can find a different agent. But really, I would say is be a good person on and off the court. Be very likable. kill. You have to kill, man. You can't take no games off. Like, you have to kill every time you get on that floor. Please, and then you have to win. Winning means everything overseas, man. So if this video helps you in any way, please leave a like. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Hit that subscribe button for me. Until next time, peace.